Hi, my name is Sarah and I like stories. When I was 10, I entered a storytelling competition at school. I was shy back then, but I loved writing stories. My parents encouraged me to join, and I thought, why not? I spent days crafting a story about a girl who could speak to animals, but had lost her ability to understand them when she grew up. She was on this quest to find her voice again. Looking back, it was probably just a reflection of me wishing I could speak up in my own life. The day of the competition came, and I stood on stage holding my little story in my trembling hands. But when it was my turn to speak, I froze. I could feel my classmates' eyes on me, the weight of their judgment. My throat tightened and my heart pounded, and then I just walked off stage. I didn't even try. Afterward, people told me it was fine, that I was brave for even signing up. But I didn't feel brave. I felt like a failure. I didn't try to speak up for a long time after that. Even when I wanted to share something, I held back, thinking, what's the point? No one's really listening anyway. Fast forward to college, and I'm sitting in a media studies class. The professor is talking about how media isn't just about entertainment. It's about storytelling, about shaping how people see the world. I remember thinking, that's what I wanted to do as a kid. I wanted to tell stories, but somewhere along the way, I stopped believing my stories mattered. It hit me then that I hadn't just lost my literal voice that day on stage. I'd stopped trusting my perspective. I realized I wasn't scared of silence, or maybe mirrors, or even my own thoughts after all. I was scared that if I really listened to myself, I wouldn't like what I heard. But here's the thing, the girl in my childhood story, she found her voice again by spending time with herself. She didn't wait for someone else to give it back to her. She wandered through forests, listened to the wind, and finally started to hear the animals again. Maybe that's what I need to do too. I realized I need to spend time with my own thoughts and give them space. To stop filling the quiet with noise and start filling it with me. The funny part is, I always thought I was afraid of being alone, but now I think I was just afraid of not liking the company. That's why I'm doing this now, this video, because I want to prove to myself that my voice matters, even if it shakes a little. I think part of my drive to express myself comes from a deep-seated need to feel understood and connected. Growing up, I sometimes felt invisible, or like my thoughts and experiences didn't matter to others. So sharing my voice now feels like reclaiming that visibility, giving weight to my own perspective, and validating my own experiences. I want to share things I've learned, struggles I've gone through, in hope that they will resonate with you and make you feel less lonely. Growing up, I often felt overlooked, like my feelings, thoughts, and experiences weren't really seen or understood by others. I remember times when I'd share something important to me only for it to be brushed off or ignored. It left me feeling like my voice didn't matter, like I wasn't as valuable or interesting as other people. Over time, I think I started to internalize that sense of invisibility, and a part of me believed that my perspective just wasn't worth much. Now, as I think about expressing myself, it feels a little bit like a way to rewrite that old narrative and finally claiming the space I felt I didn't have. So, if you're watching this and you've ever felt like you didn't have a voice, like your perspective didn't matter, I want you to know something. It does. You just have to start listening to it, and maybe, like me, you'll realize it's been there all along, just waiting for you to speak up. I deeply hope this video brought you value. Till next time.